Yeah, man, it's the Beatdown. We're still out here. We're still getting it. And, I love hearing from all the artists, the local artists that we have. So that's why I invite them openly. All you got to do is drop off your demo and your contact details, and that's it, okay? Right about now, I want to take you to an interview we had with a well-known artist who's back in the game. The boy is Size Killa. And this is what he had to say to us when we spoke to him.
What's up, everybody? First of all, you're watching the Beatdown. Shout out to Elfoe. I go by the name Size Killa. Real name Size. We out here, man. Eswatini's most prolific rapper. Basically, I started out in poetry. I used to write poetry, and then I think when I went to my high school, when I went to Step Up's Academy, when I was in hostel, that's when we did most of the writing, raps and stuff. So that's when I actually started rapping, I'd say, which was 2007. Yeah. But before then, I'd just been a poet on paper and everything. Yeah. I think I was already a rap fan. I was always a rap fan. I was a rap fan since I was like 6 years old. Used to listen to Tupac. Grew up on Busta Rhymes, Dr. Dre, NWA, Public Enemy. So yeah, I think I've always been a fan of rap. It was just a matter of time before I made the transition. But when I started out, to be honest, I didn't really want to sound like anybody. I wanted to sound like me. I wanted to talk about my own experiences and think, coming from a poetry background, most poets want identity in their work. So I think I never wanted to sound like anybody, but I did look up to Tupac a lot. But yeah, and then maybe locally, I'd say I was more of a Kwaito fan. So I was into all that Kwaito stuff, Oskido, Atamo Fokati, Boma Kenjas, Mashamblan, that's what I grew up on also, yeah. So I think I just have that mixed with the hip-hop influences just came together, what I am now, Size Killa. Before I started Black Race Records, I co-founded a music group, a label with Tempo Beats called We Make Music. Yeah, and that's where we were working. And then I think, I had to move from the Val, first of all, so I was back home and I was away from Tempo. So I was really, my growth was really stunted because I didn't have my engineer right next to me. So I decided I wanted to open my own label, and I was teaching myself how to engineer and do all sorts of things. So yeah, that's when I came back, I was like, okay, I want to start my own thing. In conjunction, of course, with We Make Music. Like, I never left We Make Music. We're still cool and everything. It's just, Tempo's my brother, and he understood that I wanted to do my own thing. Yeah, so yeah. And then I started in 2013. I signed 3 artists at that time and 2 producers, namely Versatile, MKO, Mr. Hygiene, and then I had 2 producers by the name of Jazz Yogi and Dr. B. Still, to this day, are on the label. We haven't really released any music as of yet because 2013 we had engineering issues. That's when, because at the year after 2013, I went to study sound engineering, So from there, I think that's when we started to have a little bit of material, I would think, to put out. So we put out singles and we put out, all sorts of stuff. But 2013 was just the foundation.
Kinda like a sword, ladies loving the allure. Dirty money is the order. A generation of separation, gotta be patient. I'm liberation, word bending the demonstration. They say it takes a village, that's how we raising a nation. We make music as a form of education.
Okay, Familiar Faces was the series. It's a series. In itself, it was just supposed to be something I did to re-inspire myself. I was feeling very uninspired. So Volume 1 was predominantly Tupac renditions. I'd take songs that I love at Tupac, and then I just recreate them, so to say. And then I did that, and then from there, we went to Volume 2. And with Volume 2, I wanted to do less renditions and more of my own stuff. And then I used predominantly downloaded beats that I would just make sure I don't know the original songs to, and just take it in my own direction, put my own vocalist on that. And those are the first 2 projects I mixed and mastered myself, because that's when I was studying sound. I did that 2015. Yeah, same year. Volume 1 was 12 March, which was my dad's birthday. And then 31st of August, Volume 2, which is my mom's birthday. Yeah, so basically it was a great experience for me because those are, like I'm saying, those are the first projects where I was the artist, the songwriter, the mixing engineer, the A&R guy, the guy who has to do the paperwork and the guy who has to do the submissions, do the radio edits. Yeah, so it was a great experience. And then with volume 3, I don't want to say much about it because we're still in the production stage, but I definitely wanted to do musical. I wanted to go crazy musical. I just met I was in a meeting just yesterday with a guy called Zake. He's gonna be heading up the chord projections on my project because I already have it. It's done. Like the recordings are done. I just need to satisfy my inner Dr. Dre. You know, like make sure it's there. So once it's there, definitely we're gonna have it up. I can't really say when and ganjani. So what I also am doing now is I'm working on a 7-track EP with a guy called 5 Meters from Carolina. He's a well-known producer. You can look him up. He's on social networks and he's on. He's got a couple of stuff on iTunes out right now. Yeah, so that's something I'm planning on dropping end of October. Yeah. So that's gonna come out before my full project. I just wanna drop that teaser, and I'm gonna be working with a guy called should I say Sean Kininza. Sean Kininza is a singer. He's an amazing guy. I'm gonna be working with him. He's gonna be producing, so to say. As much as we're gonna collaborate in terms of like actual songs, but I think he's got a great vibe in the studio. He knows what he's doing. He's got a great ear, and I need someone like that. So I'm going to be working with him a lot on that project. End of October, it's going to be called Killa Supreme. Size Killa, 5 Mutes. It's going to be dope. Oh yeah, definitely. Size Killa was nominated for Best Newcomer. I don't consider myself a newcomer, but you gotta pay your dues, so it's all good. So please vote for me. Best Newcomer, Size Killa, 6161, it costs $1. That's all good. And then you can follow me on Twitter at Size Killa, Killa with a double L-A. On Instagram, Killa with a double L-A. Facebook, I've got a page, Size Killa, Killa with a double L-A. It's just same name across all platforms. You can catch me, man. I'm handsome too, ladies. Shout out.